welcome to my channel. My name is Hannah. This is a channel about cross stitch. I'm always thinking I need to just like come up with like a catchphrase or like something to say at the beginning. I would say, hey, welcome everybody. I haven't done this in like a good chunk of my last couple videos, but I want to say hello to everybody who is stopping by for the first time. Welcome. And if you are returning, welcome. Welcome to everyone who is either new or not new. Today should be a really quick kind of video. I've been at work all day. We are slowly returning to the office, so, you know, it's a long day. It was a weird day, but I only have 2 more days left of work, and then I get a week off. So I'm super excited. It's my birthday next week, so I decided I'm going to take the whole week off. I haven't had a vacation in a while, so we're not going anywhere. My husband doesn't have off, so he has off on Monday, but for Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and then, so I'm taking him to my work. I work at a hospital, so this one hair. So I'm taking him to my work actually because he is going to see a surgeon about his back. So fingers crossed we'll get some updates on what's going on with that. We don't actually really know what's wrong with him, so for anybody who asks, oh, what's wrong? We don't really know, so that's why we're going to see. He goes to a chiropractor twice a week every week, but it's not doing anything, so we figure it's just a good idea to actually go get him checked out. And so we'll see. Hopefully the surgeon will have some information for us. So I'm actually going to take him because I know where he needs to go because I work there. So he is going to go there, and I'll just sit in the car and probably stitch while I'm in the car on Monday. So I'll work on my castles on Monday. But that is not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about cross-stitch progress for the week. I don't know what all that was. I'm kind of loopy because work was just crazy. I drove in twice today because I forgot my badge this morning. You can tell I haven't been into the office for a while, but I forgot my badge, so I got all the way there. Granted, it's only about 20 minutes of a drive. But I got there, realized I didn't have my badge, called my boss, was like, look, I'm going to be late. So I drove all the way back home to get my badge, to go all the way back in. It was painful. And then we had a emergency staff meeting as soon as I got in. It was wild. It's been wild. But anyway, I'm going to catch you up on what I've been doing this week. So, try to stick, sorry, it might be loud, I'm so sorry if that's really loud, but I'm trying to stick my little book up there so I don't have to hold it and flip and all that. So anyway, I'm going to talk about my WIPs. I think mostly today is just WIP progress. I bought one thing and I'll show that. I know I'm really bad, I shouldn't keep buying things. My intention was to only buy things you know, if I've managed to just continue with no new starts. And I have managed to continue with no new starts. I haven't started anything new. I might have plans to start one thing, which we're allowed. We're allowed one free start, like a freebie. And I might actually put 2 things on one fabric. It's going to be the same pattern that I might do twice and put it on one piece of fabric, so it's technically 1. But at the end of the day, I'll cut it into 2. But when I stitch it, it'll be 1 piece. Anyway, all that being said, let's get into WIPs. So these are my works in progress. I have been doing work for magical stitches and frog busters. My frog busters kind of is just whatever I'm working on for magical stitches because there's no requirement for frog busters. You just stitch whatever you feel like for however long or however many stitches you need. But for magical stitches, you have to fit the prompts. So at the end of last week, I finished up the week 1 homework, the Meet the Gods, and I finished that up with my Once Upon a Fairy Tale. This is a chart. This is a chart by Heaven and Earth Designs. The artwork is by Aimee Stewart. And I'm doing the supersized max color version. I did show, I think in my last video, kind of where I was at the beginning of last week. Well, this is where I finished. So let me show you what it will look like and where it was last time. And, oh, I stand on it every time. I think last week I stood on it. This week I'm standing on it. Jeez Louise. That's what you get for doing big pieces, huh? Okay, I'm sorry about the threads. I can't help it, and they're kind of in the way, and I'm going upwards, so they're not helping. But here's where I am now. I'm sorry about the lighting. I'm hoping the lighting is okay, but it's dark outside because it gets dark, you know, at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But here's where I am now. So I think last week, you'll have seen it already, but I think I had started up here, but I hadn't got as much done as I have now. So this is what it looks like now. So I added, since the last video, I added 707 more stitches to this piece. I'm also trying not to stand on my dog now because he's decided to join me. What's next? My husband's gonna come upstairs? It's fine. So, yep, so that's where I am. So I finished, I did all of the tasks for Meet the Gods on this last week. And here is the comparison photo. Okay. And after I finished the homework, I decided I was going to work on the cabins. So I started. Eventually I'll be able to fold this faster, but anyway. So I started, oh, my nose. I started once upon, nope, I just did that. I started World Wonders map, and this is a chart by GeckoRouge, and it's my crazy piece. And the artwork is Maria Rabinky. I think I said it right this time. Could be wrong. But anyway, I'm not going to unfold this all the way. Here is what it's going to look like and where it was last time. And here, it doesn't look like a lot, but like it's a lot. Here is where I am now. So, let's see if I can get closer. So that's where I am now. Look, the plane is finished. Plane's finished. There's nothing, this is the edge of the pattern, so there's nothing else over there. The plane goes off of the pattern, so the plane is done from what I actually can do. So I did 1,630 stitches on this. It doesn't seem like that much. Like, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like I did that much on it, but I did. So I'm almost done the first cabin. You need to do 2,000 stitches for a cabin, and I'll finish the cabin on something else. You can switch projects. You don't have to do every cabin on one project. So I'll finish the cabin on something. But yeah, so I did 1,630 stitches on that, and here is the comparison photo. Okay, and then on Sundays, on Sunday, because it was Sunday, I worked on my wedding piece. Like I said last time, I am working on my wedding on Sundays. And this is my full coverage, declared full coverage piece. Because I don't have enough full coverage pieces, literally that's all I'm doing. Essentially, for this year other than my long dog sampler. This is my declared full coverage in magical stitches, so I will use this for getting the whatever we get for the battles, the battle full coverage piece. So anyway, here is what it's going to look like and where it was last time. And here is where it is now. So I have a little bit more hair and a little bit more shoulder. Let's see if I can zoom you in a little bit. Oh, hello. Sorry, I know. I should probably like come up with a better system for this whole thing. But anyway, so I worked in there and I did 892 stitches on the Sunday, the one day that I worked on it. It was nice because it was football day, so I didn't have to worry about doing really anything other than stitching. So it's a lot of white. Well, it's actually, I don't know if any of it's actually white, but it is supposed to be kind of white. My dress wasn't actually white. My dress was like a cream color, so it's more off-white, and then some more hair. So yeah, so that's where it is. I'm excited. I'm so excited to get this page done because this is my face and I can't wait to get to my face. I know I should be like, oh, my face. No, I'm so excited to get to my face. I just want to see what it's going to look like. Because, I don't know, I feel like it's going to look really good. Like the flowers look really good. My hair looks like hair. My hair actually looks like hair. And the background, albeit it's blurry, but it's supposed to be blurry because the camera was focusing on my husband and I. So, I don't know. So yeah, did I say it? Yeah, 892 stitches. So I have to do 7,000 stitches to get like one of the battle supplies. So I'm nowhere near because I've only worked on it for 2 days, but I don't mind. I mean, my focus isn't really, yes, this is my focus for that thing, but my focus is not necessarily to get the battle supplies. I'm also using this as my focus, my January focus piece in Semi-Sane. That's the only event I'm doing this month. I'm not sure. I might only be doing it for a while because life is just stupid right now with work and with, all the things. So I might only be doing the focus challenge in Semi-Sane, which is fine. And you need 1,000 stitches. And I forgot to take a start photo for the Semi-Sane event with the word. So this past week before I started, or this past weekend before I started, I did a starting picture with the word. So I'm only at 892 for that challenge, but I'm like over 1,000 for the magical stitches one. I don't know. It's just crazy. Anyway. And then on Sunday night / like early Monday morning, our week 2 homework came out for January for magical stitches, and this week we are meeting the demigods. And because there's so many of them, we aren't like stitching for each of them because that would be ridiculous. I mean, it'd be like 20 stitches for each one because there's like 50 or something ridiculous. But so we're spelling out the word demigods, and I'm trying to pull up the homework so that I can tell you what I did for it. Just because I know I'm a little late, like it's Wednesday, and some people are probably almost done their homework, but whatever. It is what it is. Anyway, so here, I forgot to mention. All of the counts and things will be below because I haven't said anything about the counts of the fabric, sorry. They're all 25 or 28 count. The wedding photo is charted by myself using Pixel Stitch. So, and then this one is called a Canine Sanctuary, English, and this is a chart by Charting Creations, and the artist is Nicky Beohme. I think I always say that wrong, and I think I say that wrong every single time I try to say it, but the information will be below. Here is what it will look like and where it was last time. Oh, and I think I forgot to say for the wedding piece, the side-by-side, but I showed that to you. I'm sure I showed that to you because I'm no good at this. Anyway, so yeah, so a Canine Sanctuary, and this is where I am now. So I got quite a bit done since Monday. I haven't stitched at all today. So in 2 days, I've done 1,112 stitches. And we can see the window is appearing. And we can tell that this is a roof a little bit better. I think that this is the beginning of the roof, like attic part above there. So I'll let you know what I did for the homework. So for the first D, so like I said, we're spelling demigods. So for the first D, I did dog, because there's a dog laying outside of the house. For E, I did eaves on the house because there are eaves on the house. For M, I did mouth because the dog has a mouth. For I kind of played with this one a little bit because I couldn't think of anything that was I. And somebody said iris because I'm sure there was an iris in the garden that was out there, but I did that there are illuminated windows. And I also said that the lights are inside. So there are a couple different eyes. I'm hoping that they'll take it. The G, I said garden because obviously there's a garden around the house. O, there's an open window. The one by the attic is an open window. And then the other D, I did door because the house has a door. And then the S, I did steps because there are steps leading up to the house, but there are also, the dog is laying like on the steps in front of the house. So that's what I'm doing. I still have O, the second D, and S to complete. So I'll probably get those done tomorrow because I don't think I'm going to do anything tonight. So yeah, so that's the progress that I made this week. I actually calculated my total stitches for the week, and I managed to do 4,341 stitches this week, which is a little bit lower than usual. I can usually get up to about 5,000, so you know, it's fine. Going back to work is definitely going to cut the stitches down a little bit because I don't stitch on my lunch break and stuff like that. Sometimes I can, but for the most part I can't. But the rest of this week I am working from home, so I should be able to get some stitches in during lunch, and like I don't have to drive home, so I can stitch right after work. And then next week, like I said, I'm off. The only day I have to work is Tuesday next week because we're taking a class, and I have to be there. So I'm not taking off Tuesday next week, but I'm taking off every other day. Anyway, so that's all my progress. We're only at almost 19 minutes, and I'm going to show you what I bought. So I only bought one thing. If I can find it. Well, I bought two things, but technically it was like one thing. So I've been seeing, and I know this is like not new at all, and I've wanted to do it for a long time, but I've been a little nervous. And I'm not going to do it this year. It's slated to start in 2022. but I'm talking about the Twisted Band Sampler from Northern Expressions Needlework. I bought that one, and I bought the Twisted Rainbow Sampler, I think that's what it's called. I plan on starting the Twisted Band Sampler first, because why not? And I bought the specialty stitch version, so I didn't just buy the cross stitch version, because I was like, I could do the specialty stitches. And I think I have fabric already that would work for it, but here is, if you haven't seen it already, here is what it looks like. And those, most of the bands, they kind of alternate, so like the first band up in this corner is cross stitch, and then the band, the like more solid band, is specialty stitches, and it kind of goes like that. So it's cross stitch, specialty stitch, cross stitch, specialty stitch, cross stitch, and it keeps going and going and going. I think I am going to get the dinky dies. I think I'm going to get the dinky dies for it. We'll see if I can source them. I don't want to just use the DMC. I don't know. I'm like becoming a little bit of a snob with my silks. Like, I've worked on one thing with silks, and I'm like, I love silks, so if I can do anything in silks. I'm just not going to do my full coverage in silks. Everything else I'll do in silks. But also, I got the, like I said, the Twisted Rainbow Sampler, and this one is also very similar. It's kind of the same, like cross-stitch, specialty stitches, cross-stitch, specialty stitches. It just goes the different direction. And they did it on black fabric. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it on black fabric. I have one thing that's on black fabric, and it's not being worked on at all this year because I didn't put it in. I don't want to touch it. There's two things that I have going currently, well, that are somewhat UFO'd right now because I'm not working on them this year, because I didn't want to work on them this year. But I plan on picking them back up hopefully next year, and kind of continuing on. And one of them is on black fabric, or really dark, really dark fabric. And I don't know, I can't stand it. It makes my head hurt. So I don't know if I'm going to be doing this on, especially with the specialty stitches, I don't know if I'm going to do it on black fabric. But I'll probably do it on like the same fabric, so they're both worked like the same fabric. I don't know. I haven't decided. But anyway, those are the two things I bought. Technically one, but two came with it because I just bought it in the package. But yeah, I think that's everything. So look at me. It's only a little over 20 minutes, and we're done. I told you this was going to be a short video. I did do a kind of Flosstube extra last week, showing my, like, on my tablet how I do my feathering, and then I also showed my one-stranded loop method, because that's how I start all of my floss, and it works, and I know a couple people have decided to try it out and like it, so I did not start it. I obviously learned it from, I think I learned it from Karen Bug, the Needlebug. I think that's her. Karen Needlebug on Flosstube. I think she was the one who showed it at one point. This one strand is not curly. I don't know what's going on. I didn't curl my hair, but this one is just really straight. I mean, not straight, but like much straighter than the rest of my hair. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm talking out of my butt now. Okay. Yeah, so that's what I did. I did that on Friday last week? I don't remember. I did it last week. So if you are interested in seeing that, it's very short. I think it's like 15 minutes. Go check that out. But if you are not into that and you want to just watch this video, great. I think that's it. Okay. Well, I hope everybody is doing well, staying safe. If you have the opportunity to get vaccinated, please think about it. Please do your research, learn about it. I know some people are nervous because it was a fast process, and there's actually a lot of reasons why the vaccine was created a lot faster than most vaccines are. And a lot of it had to do with storage capabilities and things like that, and how companies go about creating the room for the storage. And there's a lot of background that hasn't been super widely spread. You know, the knowledge hasn't been super widely spread. So it's very interesting. But if you do your research, please think about, you know, getting the vaccination, just to, you know, keep yourself safe. I know that in Maryland we now have a new strain of COVID-19. I think it's similar or the same to the European strain. So we don't know. I know our hospital right now has way more COVID positive patients than we had even since the beginning. I think today the number was 74 COVID positive patients in-house. So it was just, it's blowing my mind, because that's a big number in comparison to any of the numbers we had before. I think our highest number during the early stages, you know, when this first was started, I think our highest numbers were in the 30s. So 74 is scary. So yeah, so please stay safe. Please keep yourself safe. Please think about getting the vaccine. I'm getting the second dose of the vaccine next week, so I'm really excited about that. I didn't have any reactions. I know that the reactions can be worse with the second dose, because that one is kind of the finishing dose. I mean, it's the last dose you're going to have to get. As of right now, we don't think that you have to get more than one. Every year, I think we don't know that information. But I know that some people feel more like they have the flu or a bad cold after the second dose, so I will keep you updated. I'm not getting it till Friday of next week, so it will be in 2 videos. I will let you know how I felt. But the first one, it was very much like a flu shot. My arm was kind of sore, but that was the only reaction that I had. Anyway, I should just stop talking because I've talked for like 5 minutes. Anyway, stay safe. Have a good week. Have a good weekend. Enjoy stitching, and I hope you get as much as you can get done. I will talk to you all